What's going on, everybody? Josh Engleman here for Stokastic.com, back again with my NFL DFS contenders for Sunday Night Football on DraftKings. It's the Dallas Cowboys and the Philadelphia Eagles. Now be sure to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and hit the notification bell so you know when everything goes live. Follow me on Twitter at Josh Engleman. Let me know in the comments section who your favorite plays are for tonight's slate. And finally, I gotta give a shout out to Prize Picks, even repping the gear today. Presenting sponsor of this video. There's a link in the description. Click it, head on over to Prize Picks, make a deposit. You will get up to $100 on that first deposit. You don't need an optimizer. You're picking player props, taking over-unders, hit 5 on one card, net up to 10x your entry fee. Now, we are rounding out the bottom of my top 10. The Eagles defense, Noah Brown, Dallas Goedert, Michael Gallup, and Cooper Rush coming in at that number 6 spot. Who will be my favorites? My top 5 plays for today? It's time to find out. In first at number 5, but basically tied with 10, 9, 8, 7, and 6, we've got Miles Sanders here. He's 8,400, projected for 13.5. The Eagles, pretty sizable favorites here, almost a full touchdown, 6.5 point line, 42-point total. You expect to see Miles Sanders involved heavily in this game. You expect to see Miles Sanders get his touchdowns vultured in the red zone, but that's neither here nor there. 6% chance that Sanders can go for more than 30 fantasy points. 6% chance that Miles Sanders can be your optimal captain. I wonder how many points you need for that to happen. 33% likelihood that he can be optimal at the flex. He's in here at number 5, but like I said, Sanders, Rush, Gallup, Goddard, Brown, Eagles D, all of these percentages look very, very, very similar. So don't overreact to just the regular ranking of these guys. Next up at number 4, same situation, same optimal odds. That's going to be AJ Brown. He's 10,600. That's no joke of a price tag. Projected for 15.2 fantasy points. As I've mentioned before, the Eagles are the favorites in this one. Maybe it doesn't go the ground way. Maybe it goes the air way and it becomes an AJ Brown day. 20% likelihood that he can score more than 30 fantasy points. 12% chance he's your optimal captain. These are higher scores. We're expecting bigger things out of AJ Brown than we are of Miles Sanders. Only a 29% likelihood to be optimal at the flex. A lot harder for Brown to get there if he's not in the overall top spot. That's what his salary is going to do to you. 10,600 is healthy for today. And that's how you get him to 40% in the aggregate. That's how you get him looking just like everybody else in this range. There are pay up options and there are pay down options, but relative to salary, these guys look very similar. Now you can take a slight step up in tier, save some salary, and go to Devonte Smith. 7,400, projected for 12.5. The Eagles, as I've mentioned, are the favorites here. 9% likelihood that he can score 30 fantasy points. 8% chance that he's going to be your optimal captain. 38% likelihood to be at the flex. That's where we start to see Devonte Smith be slightly underpriced. It's allowing him to separate from this entire group. By his price being 7,400, he's very easy to get to at the flex spot, and then it still allows for that upside game where he becomes the guy that you're trying to get at captain. We take another step up in tier. We head on over to the Cowboys side. We're going to CeeDee Lamb, 9,800, projected for 16.3 fantasy points. The Cowboys are dogs, and that should fit a decent game for CeeDee Lamb because they're going to have to throw here. I expect them to be behind. 42 points isn't the total you're looking for to really stack up an underdog, and that's why you're only seeing CeeDee Lamb at the top of this list. But from a ceiling perspective, it looks great. 24.5% chance that he can score 30. 16% likelihood that he's going to be your optimal captain, plus another 35% at the flex spot. Flip that coin right here. 51% of the time, CeeDee Lamb is in the optimal lineup. Good enough for second, not good enough for first. Now, before we get to that number 1 contender, one last reminder, please hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and hit the notification bell so you know when everything goes live. Follow me on Twitter at Josh Engleman. Let me know in the comments who your favorite plays are, and then go sign up at Prize Picks. Link in the description. And the number 1 contender is incredibly obvious for today. That is Jalen Hurts, 11,800, projected for 23.5 fantasy points. We know what he does on a normal basis where he's potentially a cash game quarterback on main slates. 49% of the time, Hurts goes for more than 30. He's such a monster threat on the ground that he just separates from everything. 26% chance that he is the optimal captain. 50% chance that he is also optimal at the flex spot. It's just simple to get to Hurts. And that's why you see him in 3/4 of the optimals, 76% in the aggregate. That's 25% more than CeeDee Lamb in the 2 spot. There is no easier decision. If you're playing lineups today and you're playing 1 lineup, you're probably going to Hurts. If you're playing 4 lineups, 3 out of those 4 probably have Hurts. He should be more owned than anybody else you get to. Jalen Hurts is your number 1 guy. Alrighty, folks, that will do it. Those are my NFL DFS contenders on DraftKings for Sunday Night Football. Eagles and Cowboys. Yuck. I hope this game is a tie. I hate both teams. Anyway, FanDuel version of this video is around here somewhere, so check it out. Good luck tonight, everybody. Win some money. Back again tomorrow morning for another edition of the Contenders.